Disclosures are periodic and event-based. To ensure transparency and information symmetry in the market, SEBI has specified periodic disclosures of certain information, such as quarterly disclosure of shareholding pattern, compliance with corporate governance requirements, financial results, and deviation in utilization of funds. To prevent information asymmetry, there are also event-based disclosures of material events of information, such as disclosure of material events within the specified timeline, disclosure of events which may have material impact on the performance or operations of the listed entity. Such disclosures ensure that the stakeholders have equal access to material facts and information related to companies' operations and performance. This promotes level playing field by bridging the gap between company insiders versus outsiders and the better decision making by the investors. So some regulatory measures: instances of false, inadequate, inaccurate, misleading, and delayed disclosures of material information by listed entities leads to information asymmetry in the market. In order to bring more transparency and to ensure timely disclosure of material events and to facilitate a uniform approach in determining materiality of events of information, and after consultation with stakeholders, we have amended the LODR regulations to introduce quantitative threshold for determining materiality of events and information. Similarly, guidelines have been made on timelines for disclosure of material events of information. To address the issue of perpetuity of special rights and to do away with practice of permanent board seats, we have brought in periodic shareholders approval, which is once in 5 years, for any special right granted to a shareholder of a listed entity, and also periodic shareholders approval every 5 years for any director serving on the board of a listed entity. To strengthen the independence of independent directors and enhance their effectiveness in the protection of interests of minority shareholders, SEBI has mandated that at least 2/3 of the members of the audit committee must be independent directors. Now, the ease of doing business is important, and there have been some initiatives recently. To promote ease of doing business, SEBI has introduced single filing system for listed entities. Tech-enabled single filing system now eliminates the requirement of filing the same documents across multiple exchanges. With the advent of technology, there is substantially reduced reliance on newspapers for getting information on financial results. Thus, to reduce the compliance burden, SEBI has made it optional for listed entities to publish detailed newspaper advertisement with regard to disclosure of financial results in newspapers. Further, to promote ease of doing business, timelines for disclosure of outcome of meeting of the board of directors that concluded after trading hours has been increased to 3 hours from earlier 30 minutes. Similarly, the timeline for disclosure of litigations or disputes involving claims against the listed entity has been increased to 72 hours from 24 hours earlier, subject to maintaining such information in structured digital database. And recently, we have provided flexibility for companies by allowing either assessment or assurance of BRSR core disclosures. This reduces compliance burden while ensuring credibility of data reported under BRSR core. ESG disclosures for value chain are now voluntary and applicable from FY 25-26. But is that enough? So what's the way forward? As a regulator, SEBI has laid down a comprehensive governance framework on the corporate governance. We have taken measures to protect the interests of investors, at the same time tried to facilitate ease of doing business. But to achieve the desired objectives, we need to have a collaborative ecosystem. There needs to be a balance between regulation and ease of doing business. We are conscious that over-regulation can stifle growth and innovation. At the same time, too little regulations can also lead to decline in trust of stakeholders and adversely impact growth. Thus, there is a need for optimum regulation Regulations need to be rationalized by removing what is no longer relevant and reducing overlaps.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.